Welcome to Oooh Chile. I'm Carla Paz. Everything you hear on Oooh Chile is allegedly and shared purely for entertainment. Some stories are true, some are embellished, and some are fictionalized. Names and details may be changed to protect privacy, or just because we forgot after too much wine. This is our version, our truth, our point of view, not gospel, not professional advice, and definitely not an invitation for lawsuits. If it sounds like someone you know, that's purely coincidental. Or maybe you just know a lot of messy people. So sit back, sip your bubbles, and enjoy the weedy, the chisme. And don't forget, drink responsibly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Sugar Daddy had 200 sugar babies and still couldn't find love. Part 1. Welcome back to Oooh Chile. This is Carla and Tino, your hosts. And I have a very special guest today. I had to practically pull teeth. This is my niece Cecilia. First time, she's a little shy. We'll be okay. Anyways, so hi Cecilia. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I wanted a younger person for this particular episode because we're talking about sugar daddies and sugar babies. So before we get into that, I want to get into what we're going to be drinking. But first of all, this is the LVE John Legend, the singer, Rosé. And it's France Rosé. It has red carrot and red berries. But I just want to let you guys know something. Do you know how many twists it takes to untwist the cage? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you actually do not take the cage off when you're opening up the bottle. It helps to pop it open like this. Woo, voila! Ooh, wee wee. Ooh, look at this. Look at all these bubbles. Oh, fun fact. Every bottle of bubbles, champagne or sparkling wine, has about 20 million bubbles in a bottle, approximately. So, Cecilia, I want you to try this rosé. I think you'll like, because you're a lightweight. She laughs. But no worries. You like?
Yeah, it's really good actually.
It is very good. I told you. See? Yeah. And then we have the sister one. It's the LVE, but this is a still rosé, and it's John Legend's also.
Wow. You're good. John Legend, are you?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, him and JC Salud collaborated.
Wow.
Salud. Oh, very, very, very good. Oh, and before I forget, Christmas is coming, and we have this beautiful bottle in a box, and it's the Gala, the Platinum Champagne. This puppy is one of my favorites. So, if you want to order that for Christmas, all right. So, anyways, I am going to get my computer because we're going to start on our segment. Are you ready for this?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm ready.
My glasses on. So, we're going to talk about real stories, my own experience, and a man on Reddit.
Your own experience?
Relax.
Do I need to hear this?
Yes, you do need. Oh, yes.
Okay.
You'll know what I'm talking about. Just chill, girlfriend.
Okay.
Chill. So this is a man on Reddit that's had over 200 plus sugar babies. Still cannot find the one or his perfect life, I guess. Kind of like how the whole sugar daddy and the sugar baby thing ties into like the 2025, 2026 dating. Because you're in your 20s. So that's the age of sugar babies, right? So I can be a sugar baby, I guess, for a 90-year-old.
Absolutely.
I mean, ew.
I mean, someone that's, like 10 years older than you too, because as long as, you're giving sugar.
Oh, a man that's 10 years older than me and is into that, I am way too old for him. Trust me. The gap's got to be way bigger than 10, honey. It's got to be way bigger than 10.
I don't know if it's age. I think it's more like what's provided. The mutually beneficial relationship.
Well, right, and we're going to get into that. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we're going to get into. Okay, so this is it. So let me just start with this man that I found on Reddit. Okay. His username is Malbec80s. Mm-hmm. Okay, and he posted 8+ years as an SD, Sugar Daddy, over 200 SBs, Sugar Babies, AMA, Ask Me Anything. So he says, ask away, share your feelings, sentiments, curiosities. Let me elaborate on the 200 plus. Many were very casual and had years. I'd see a roster of them until I found someone worth exclusivity, which was only like 4, LOL. Over 200.
Okay.
Aren't you stunned by that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, yes and no. Yeah.
I'm like, sir, are you running a loyalty program?
Actually.
What would you assume about a man that has had over 200 sugar babies? Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
What's wrong with him? As in like, if there's something like wrong with you. Like, maybe you're not a psychopath, but like there's something like wrong with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I found his Reddit. And so me being me, I wrote him a message because I'm nosy, but in a curious and classy kind of way.
What did you say? Oh,
I'll read it to you. Okay. So after he posted that, and I read some of his other stuff, right? So I told him, this is what I wrote. I said, I've been reading through your posts and you're fascinating in I know there's a lot more under the hood way. I know, I was a little sassy there, a little flirty, I know. I've been, okay, so you've had over 200 sugar babies, spent 7 figures, tried long-term arrangements, and still say that a genuine connection is rare. So I'm curious, if you're capable of financial consistency, emotional availability, and effort you've put into these arrangements, what makes a traditional relationship feel less possible for you than being a sugar daddy? And I'm asking this with zero judgment. Honestly, your perspective is interesting, but part of me wonders if you're choosing sugar babies because it's efficient or because it lets you keep people close without ever really letting them in. Would you ever send a message like that? Do you think that I asked too many questions?
No. I think it was like well said. I think it was a good message. Would I ever send that? I don't know. It would have to be like a very certain situation. I don't think I would just send it. I mean, for your purpose, yeah, this makes sense.
For this purpose, for the thing that I was doing, right?
On a random Tuesday at 12 o'clock, maybe not so much.
Okay. So anyways, so his response, this is what he wrote back. The crude or honest answer is, it is efficient and to the point. But the drawback is that starting with those prefaces, it's very hard to evolve past certain expectations, especially if either person is so accustomed to results of exercising their power per se. I've become a lot more realistic with how things work with people, especially in these modern day and times. So then my response was, that makes sense. If you start something in a transactional lane, it's hard to pretend it's something else later. But here's what I'm curious about. Do you think the efficiency you love is also blocking the intimacy you say is rare? Because it sounds like having a sugar baby gives you control, but maybe at the cost of connection.
Well, no.
And his response was...
Yeah, what was his response?
Yeah, very likely. But it feels like a lot of people no longer know how to operate with genuine connection intent. Many seem to believe they can live life with more of a romance-on-demand thing without subjecting themselves to the risk or responsibility with love or heartbreak. And then my response was, so are you saying people actually fear love now? Or is it just that we've become addicted to romance without risk? You know, the shiny version of intimacy. Do you think people can relearn the art of connection? Or are humans just doomed to pretend intimacy? He hasn't answered back. I think it was a little too, what do you think? I think it was a little too deep for him at that point. He was kind of like, uh-oh. I've got somebody here that's, I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a very deep conversation. Normally, like, comments on, like, things are just people yelling at each other, like, fuck you, and calling people an idiot. So this was very deep.
Yeah, but he said, ask me anything.
I mean,
So
he did say ask me anything. I mean, yeah.
I think for me, it just confirmed what I've kind of always thought about this.
Which is?
And that some people just don't want intimacy. You know, they want control.
Mm-hmm.
Control is a big deal with companionship.
Yeah.
I think a lot of men with money like the control. And they also want the companionship. It's almost like, I'm gonna put it, it's almost like an emotional Uber, you know, where someone arrives on time, they do the service,
Mm-hmm.
and then they leave.
Yeah.
So it's like an emotional Uber ride to me.
Yes. But I also think that maybe not all of them. I think probably a majority of them, it probably stems from something like they couldn't control something in their childhood. So now they grew up, they made money, they realized money can get them pretty much whatever they want. Mm-hmm. And so, because I don't think it's like a lack of like wanting intimacy or like scared of connection, because that's why they have these sugar babies, to connect with, to have intimate moments with, and a lot of times these guys will tell you everything. Mm-hmm. They're like everything about their life, how they feel, their childhood. They're telling you their skeletons, what they think is wrong. Like they're telling you everything because they have nowhere else to dump all of that shit.
Why do you think that they will tell a way younger person all their deep dark secrets? Because I after reading all these, I went into I did a deep dive, let me tell you. And what you're saying is exactly the truth. That's what these men are saying. They're like, I have a wife, some of them have wives, and they're like, but I've got a sugar baby, and some of them are going through menopause and they don't want to have sex anymore, and so I've got a sugar baby, and things do change when you go through menopause. So, you know, that's one of the side effects I think that some women have.
Yeah, totally.
But they tell these sugar babies everything, and that's what they say. They're like, we sit here and we tell them, but I still haven't gotten into it where I can ask. I want to ask one of them, why? Why do you feel that you can tell them everything? Some of them have said that they couldn't do things with their wives that they can do with these sugar babies. Well, sexually.
Yeah, because you're like kind of scared, like
to say
you're
something.
Scared of
like,
being judged for who you are
right.
and what you want, and then when you're paying someone and you know it's transactional, it allows you to be a little bit more like open and free of who you are.
Do you feel that they're kind of like almost like paying for a psychiatrist in a way, and then have that intimacy and the sex all in one?
Yeah, they're paying for like a very like safe place.
But I will tell you what I heard also is these men, some of them are like, I started getting feelings for my sugar baby.
Yeah.
And then they say a lot of them, what they do is when they start getting feelings, they end up getting more sugar babies. So then that way they leave that sugar baby and they don't ruin their lives with their wives and their family. Or some men just want the transaction. They don't want to have they don't want the emotional. They don't want that. They don't want the intimate. They don't want that intimacy. They don't want to get too intimate. They don't want to. They're like, I have my limits, you know, and just like they do, they need to know that it's a transaction, mm-hmm. and it may last for a couple of years. It might last for a year, but it's only a certain amount of time. It's a time sensitive thing.
I know someone that was like that. He was married to his wife, and he was very like, I love my wife. I'll never leave my wife. My wife is my person. But he he indulged in another type of lifestyle. I mean, I think the wife had a boyfriend too. But yeah, so it's like there's men who are very like that, and it's like,
do I know this person?
No, I don't think so. He is.
Him. I thought it was.
It's a guy. It's a guy. He's in a good industry, and he's high up in his industry.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I think with a lot of these men, you're not gonna get a broke guy. No scrubs here.
I mean, yeah.
There's no scrubs here. That's for sure.
That's no, yeah, absolutely not. Yeah.
It's like, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bill?
Well, quite literally, yeah.
Yeah, my rent, yeah, everything. So, well, speaking of blurred lines, let me tell you something. No, not you. Let me tell you guys something. My ex married his sugar baby.
He did do that. He did
Right?
do that.
So, I have a question for you.
Oh God, okay.
When you heard about that situation, what was your first reaction? Because we've never really talked about this. This is the first time, you guys.
I don't remember like when I first heard about it, and I think when I first heard about it, I was a lot younger, and I don't think I heard about it in the sense of like, oh God, I don't know, I don't even know how to answer that because I feel like they're like two different things mixed into one thing.
Just so that all of you know, Cecilia's my niece, but she's like my daughter. I've had her in my household since she was 3 years old. So I'm basically like her mom. She's like my daughter. So that's our relationship.
When I first heard it, wasn't like I knew like that was that type of relationship. It was just more like, oh, this weird thing is happening in the family. And then once I heard that, I came to realize like, oh, this was that kind of relationship. I was
Because what does a 21-year-old want with a 47-year-old man?
well, and this
You
is
know?
why I think it was a little bit crazy for me because in that time of my life, I was what 20. I was young, and I was definitely dabbling in that life. Remember, I was friends with that girl from high school who ended up going to San Francisco, and
Yes.
she ended up in that heavy in the sugar baby
lifestyle,
lifestyle.
right? Exactly.
She went on to marry her sugar daddy as well.
Right. And has had 1 or 2 babies.
She's had 2 babies
yes.
with him.
Right.
And so when I first came to that this was the situation, it was definitely like, oh my God, like I know this lifestyle too well, and it's happening in my family.
Right. Because your friend she was very open about it. She would even.
I mean, she had a whole
TikToks
TikTok about
yeah,
it. She was TikTok famous about being
she
the
was
sugar
about
baby.
being a sugar baby and how she was just with him for the money.
Yes, she wasn't my only friend too.
No.
Like it was especially in that time, I think it was a very like big thing in society in San Francisco in this group of girls that I was friends with.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting. I mean, she was obviously with him for the money. I mean,
yeah,
he was providing a lifestyle. He was
right.
That's why you're in. That's why you're in it.
You're in that. Do you think that someone can have, let's just say for instance, your friend, right? She was very adamant, like very open about it. Well, I'm with him for the money. I think it's because they love that lifestyle. It's like, oh, I'm in a Lamborghini, I'm in a Ferrari, I can go travel here, I can go travel there.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, right? Do you think that she would eventually leave her sugar daddy, or would she stay in it until he croaks and then she wants to take everything, or do you think she actually really loves him, loves him? Or it's just a transactional thing.
Okay, obviously I'm not her. Obviously I'm not friends with her. I haven't been friends with her in a long time.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I know for sure. However, I don't think she would leave him because I truly, genuinely believe like, what would she do without him? Like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like your whole life was kind of made up about like, I'm going to find a rich man to take care of me so I don't have to do anything. So it's like, yeah, she went to college, so I'm sure she has some skill set, but it's like, what would she do without him? Her whole life, the lifestyle she has is what that was her dream. She basically essentially traced her dream and got her dream, which was to meet a disgustingly rich man who was going to take care of her for the rest of her life. I think I know things about their relationship that goes on or have gone on before they got married and had kids. That will always chase her. It will always like make her feel insecure. So I think how can you truly like be so in love and happy in a relationship that also keeps you insecure? So I think she's unhappy, but I think she's there because
of the money.
Girl, she's flying first class everywhere. Her first push present was like a really expensive car that was like $100,000. Like, so she's not going anywhere. That's what she wanted. She wanted that at any cost.
I do kind of want to go back on this because it's kind of like, I think it's the control, right? So he's got control, and now she feels like shit sometimes. She has those like, is he gonna do this? Is he gonna find somebody younger again? Is he gonna do it? Is he doing it with somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
And that's always a thing, because as long as they have money and there's a sugar baby that's willing to take it and say, oh, you're gonna pay for my stuff, there's always gonna be somebody. Always somebody younger, but when you're that person that you don't put anything into the relationship except for just sex and whatever he tells you to do, it's like they're going to treat you like shit sometimes. But I feel that these guys sometimes, because they're in control money wise, and like your friend probably feels very insecure because he could drop her at any time. The only saving grace for her is that she's had 2 babies from him. They're anchor kids, right? Yep. They're the ones that are going to, she feels a little safe with.
Yep. That's probably why she had.
Oh, that's why she had 2. Yeah. Absolutely. Plus, she probably wanted to have kids.
I mean, she probably wanted to have kids, but I definitely think it was like you meet him.
Yeah.
Once it became like, oh, I'm a fiance, it was like, okay, it's time. I'm locked in. It's maybe not. Maybe I don't know. But from knowing her, like in her journey from where she started to where she ended, it's like, girl, I don't know. You made it clear this was the plan.
Yeah.
So, and that's often what I think about your situation. That's what I think about. I mean, she's so young. Her plan was probably to find a rich older man to.
Well, hello, when you're pulling up, in a nice car, you know what I'm saying? Of course, she knew. It's not like
that was the plan.
At the same level that they need to be at. But anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't know anymore. Do you know? I know you're starting already. You're getting out of that sugar baby age already. So those are the only one of your friends that were like sugar babies? And they've both been, the guy married the girl? Did he marry her?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got married. They were engaged when she was pregnant with the first kid.
Oh, see,
so I imagine
they got so married. Having the babies is ideal.
Yeah.
But when a man can't have any more babies, and a girl wanted to have babies, and then you give that up, ooh, what's going to happen later on in life?
Well, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't come across, there's this girl, she's very famous, TikToker. She was basically 19 when she got with this really older gentleman. And, basically that was in I forgot what year that is, maybe 2019, 2020. Now she, they got married. She never signed a prenup or anything, and they're not together anymore. And her whole TikTok, you should check it out. Her whole TikTok is about
taking them to the cleaners?
No, she didn't take any. She didn't get anything. She didn't get a dime. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it's crazy because if you see where she started to where she's at now, she looks very different. That's her whole thing. It was all about control and.
So wait, so then her thing is what? How is she now? How does she feel about that? Did she go back to being a sugar baby again?
No.
So she's totally
he ran through this girl. This poor girl's
wasted her years.
I mean, no, she looks older than me, but she's a little bit, she's 2 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
And she's just mentally unwell because of that marriage. It was really bad. I know, but she makes really good content. It's really funny content. She makes fun of herself, and it's kind of how she's doing, getting her life back together.
Okay.
Yeah, you should check it out.
I am. I didn't see that in my whole
deep dive. I'm so deep dive. I'm surprised you didn't find her.
I didn't find her.
And they were on this show and everything. His name is Shafiq. Man, I wish I had my phone to show you him, because you should see her and then you should see him. It's insane.
Really?
It's insane. Your situation, them, they kind of okay,
right.
This is Beauty and the Beast.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
It's good stuff.
That's it. It's not that bad. Why were you scared? God. Come on, cheers.
I didn't know what
to your first episode of Oooh Chile. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions. If you have any anonymous stories, questions, let me know. There's that form that I have. Just, you'll be anonymous. I won't know who you are. And don't forget, if you know somebody that is a sugar baby, show them this. You know somebody that doesn't want to be a sugar baby, show them this episode too. Share it. I want to see what they have to say. I want the comments. So subscribe, people, so you don't miss out on the next one. Every Friday is 6 Pacific time and 8 Central time. Salud. Okay, everybody, we are going to have a part 2 of the SD world, and my niece is going to dive very deep, since she knows people that have been in those type of relationships, and it's going to be very X-rated in content, from what I understand. I'm leaving it all up to her as to what she is going to share, and I told her I want no holds barred. We're not going to hold back. I want to know everything. I told her, don't worry about it. You just have to be open and tell me every single little thing about that whole sugar daddy, sugar baby world, which has a lot more than what we just covered. This was just one man's part of his Reddit feed, but the next episode, part 2 of the SD and SB, is going to be very, very in depth. So, all right.
Thanks for tuning in. New episodes every Friday, 6 Pacific time, 8 Central time. And don't forget, order your bottle of wine or champagne today. To order your wine or watch this episode or any other episode, go to oooochile.com. See you Friday.